Okay, this is the screencast for Garth, um, and hopefully will give anybody who's using the website a bit of a better idea how to add lodges, edit lodges, um, and edit site pages and things like that. So um, basically what I usually recommend is that you have your the admin side um, or the back end of the website open in one tab and the front end, the actual website that people see, um, in another tab. So if we start off in the back, so as you can see, I'm logged in, um, and in order to publish a new lodge, all we need to do is go here to content, and then if we want to publish a new lodge, we would go to publish. As you see, we've got a few options here, but we can see lodges, so we'll click on that, and this takes us to this page. Now this is the publish page. This is where you enter in all the details associated with that lodge. So first thing we're being asked is whether it's available for purchase or available for rent. So you can decide which one. This is a checkbox. So if it's, you click whichever's applicable. Title, page heading, body, all very self-explanatory because they're just text fields. The images, as you can see, you can add there. Add as many as you want. Got some in here, and if you want to upload, you've got your upload button there, but for the time being I'm just doing this to show you. So this layout here with all these different fields essentially translates to what we see on the front end. So if we go to an example, it's just that I can let you know how it works. So if we go onto the front end now and we go into the lodges, and if we went to lodges for sale, for example, we've got the Bowmore, which is here. And if we go into the Bowmore, then we'll see obviously a bit of information about it, and we've got some pictures and things like that. And what you see here basically relates to what you put in to these fields here. So once you have completed all the images and your descriptions and so on and so forth, so you can then click submit, which is down at the bottom right. Always remember to click submit. Whether you're publishing a new entry or whether you're editing a current entry, always submit because it just saves whatever you've done. So that would be how to publish a new lodge. If we want to edit a current lodge, we can go to the same. We can go to content, edit, and then go to lodges. And this gives us a list of the lodges that are currently registered on the site. So if we take an example of the one we've just seen on the front end, which was the Bowmore, and we click into the Bowmore here, we can see it there. You get a much, much better idea of how the fields that you see here in the back end relate to the information that you see here on the front end. So if we see a fantastic price for a fantastic holiday home, that correlates to the body here. So that text description there comes through here. You've obviously got the title, which is here, and here you've got the images. Now the images are input according to the ones you put in here. So if, for example, we wanted to move this one there, and if we submit that, and if we just refresh on the front end, then we have a change. And that's basically how the images works. So if I go back into that entry, the Bowmore, and put that how it was, obviously you can click and drag these into any order you want. Beneath that is the gallery, again, which just relates to this. You can put as many images as you want. I don't think there's a limit. And yeah, so help, publishing a lodge is pretty self-explanatory, really, once you get the hang of it. And hopefully now that it's on video for you, it'll be an easy reminder for you just to keep checking back to, just to make sure that you're doing everything correct. So that basically covers the adding and the editing of lodges. But if you want to delete a lodge, if you think that maybe the listings are starting to stack up, um, then essentially you can just click in the checkbox of the properties that you want to delete, and then right down at the bottom of the page here we've got entries, and we can delete them there. So that's where that option is. Alternatively, if you didn't want to delete an entry, but you didn't want to show it on the front end of the website, the way to do this would be to go into an entry, and if we go into the options tab here, you can see there it has a status of open. Now if we want to remove it from the front end of the website, all you've got to do is change that to closed, and then it won't show on the front end of the website, and you still maintain it in this list here. So it just keeps it around if ever you need it. The next area that may be of some use to you is the structure tree of the website. How you get to this is before, when we went to content, if we just scroll along the menu here, you'll come to structure. And when we click on that, you'll see this, which is essentially a sitemap and all the pages that are on the site currently. Now, if you want to edit any of these, it's exactly the same as when you wanted to edit a lodge. All you've got to do is click through into the page, and you're presented with the same publishing page as we were with the lodges, with all the information in there. And it's just a question of going in and putting in the content that you wish. Always remembering to submit once you're done, and these changes will take effect on the front end. Another area of the site that is perhaps widely used that maybe you wanted to edit or maybe add to is the attractions of the site. And it works again exactly the same as how you do the lodges that we've done firsthand, is that you would go to content, edit, attractions, and you get a list of all your attractions there. And the same goes, you can go in and edit them. And obviously you can put plot points on the map and things like that. So if you wanted to publish a new one, it's just a case of going to content, publish, attractions. And there you can publish a fresh one. So I hope that, goes some way into helping you guys into understanding the website. I mean, hopefully from what I've shown you here, it's not extremely difficult to get the hang of, and I'm sure you will get the hang of it pretty quickly. But this video, what I'll do is I'll post it onto YouTube, and I will send you the link so that maybe any new staff that come in that may need to work on the website, that they've got a decent reference point. So that's what I'll do now, and I'll upload that now. And if there's anything else that you want screencasted, not necessarily for this site, whether it's for Bala Holiday parks, whether it's for Bala Caravan Park or for Hendra Mawr, then just let me know, and I'll put together something similar to this. And it's just something that you can constantly reference back to. Then I'm happy to do that, and just let me know. Okay.